Hi, I'm Faith Joy Solom, the Fear Engineer, and I'm really glad you've joined me today. I'm going to show you how to use your Easy Revenue Tracker. Now, I know that tracking revenue can be extremely frustrating and tedious, and it doesn't have to be. I created this tool for you to make things easier and to help you take a step in direction of your dreams by increasing your revenue. So let's jump in and I'll get started showing you how to use your Easy Revenue Tracker. And remember, I'm here to help if you have any questions. Just send me an email or shoot me a message in Facebook or Instagram. I'm happy to help with any questions that you have. Have a wonderful day.
Once you click your button to get your Easy Revenue Tracker, you're going to be brought to a page that looks like this, and I'll show you what to do. You just go right up here to the top right-hand corner where it says Use Template, and you click on that. And what happens is you're brought to a new template. It's a copy inside your Google account. So you'll need to be logged into your Google account. Make sure it's yours and not someone else's, otherwise they'll get the copy in their account. So log into your Google account, click on Use Template, and then it's going to say, hey, well, it wants me to share it right now, but I'm not going to be sharing this at the moment. So there are a few things in the instruction page I want you to pay attention to. The RPH, or revenue per hour, and the RPA, or revenue per appointment. I'll show you how those are used. We have an example tab that shows you how to use the Easy Revenue Tracker and the different graphs and things that you can see. So revenue per hour, you want to go in here and you want to put in your service amount. So that is, let's open up one of these columns here, or one of these rows here. Let's see. It's kind of being covered up by my recording. It's not letting me open anything. Hold on. Okay, here we go. We'll scroll down. So on here, you'll see Sarah Bareilles, because we're super posh. She came and did our microblade and for lip blush and her microblade eyeliner. So the service revenue is $300. That lip blush was $300. Base service means the original service that the appointment was booked for. Well, since you're super awesome, you also talked her into doing an upsell of the microblade eyeliner, and that was $150. And then over here on the right, that microblade lip blush, that took 4 hours. And that eyeliner, that took an hour and a half. So once you put that in, it's going to say, all right, for 4 hours at $300, your revenue per hour was $75. For 1.5 hours at $150, your revenue per hour is $100. So that's how that revenue per hour works. Now the revenue per appointment, you count how many appointments you have. Well, today, on this particular day, you had 2 appointments. You had Sarah Bareilles and you had Mandy Mooney. So down here on the right, I just highlighted it. I'll go ahead and just circle it really quick so you can see. Under this total, oh, that was a terrible circle. Under that total appointments, very down here, or very bottom row down here, you're going to put in the number of appointments you had that day. So that was 2 appointments, and so your revenue per appointment for that day was, wait for it, $330. So it's a very simple way to see how you use this. Oh, and I'm still drawing. Don't need to be drawing anymore. As you scroll through here, you'll see the tabs open and close for you to put in your client information throughout the day. And over on the right hand side, you'll see that you have a total for the whole day on the far right. So I will highlight that. So for January 16th, your total revenue for the day was $704. Your revenue per appointment was $234.67, and your average revenue per hour was $93.87. So you can see all of your metrics on one line. And then when you keep scrolling down, I have to click done here. When you keep scrolling down to the bottom, you'll see your daily revenue chart. So The blue line is going to be your daily service revenue. So that's the original appointments that were booked. So that you can see how much revenue you're getting just from your original appointments, and then how much revenue you're getting from any sort of upsells or add-ons or anything like that. So you can break it out into this is what we're making just from people coming in, and then this is the additional we're making because we're upselling and we're selling add-ons. And that'll really, those upsells and add-ons are really important for you, because when someone's in the mood to buy, that's when you want to sell them on more. So this one chart will really help you to dial in on how you're doing on really selling yourself and your services. And if you have any staff members, how they're doing on really selling your services. And then the daily revenue type. So the base service, once again, that's what the original appointment was booked for. Any upsells you have, I'm going to go ahead and underline them as you see. So base service, that's the original service. Any upsells that you might have, add-ons, maybe they did a tip, or if it didn't fall under any of those, you can put it under other and then define that yourself. All right. And then your daily revenue per hour. So you can see and start to get a pattern over time on what days you typically make more over other days. And then maybe you can start having specials on the days where you're lower. So for example, maybe every Tuesday you notice that you don't get as many clients. So maybe you can start having specials just for Tuesdays. So it gives you some ideas there. And then daily revenue per appointment. This will show you overall how efficient you are per appointment in saying, okay, as we're doing our upsells and our revenue, how efficient are we on keeping our, or sorry, that was the hour. This also shows you how efficient you are in keeping that revenue per hour down. So are we keeping our appointments at a good time frame while still providing excellent customer service? So that's another thing you can look at this chart and it'll help you determine. And then the revenue per appointment, how much are we making per customer that comes through the door? And how can we adjust that? So you have charts for every single month in here, and then you have annual charts at the end. Now, don't be alarmed when you go to the end here and it says no data, no data. That's because you haven't yet added any data. But if you went in, for example, to January and you said, okay, I want to add 9 a.m. Jessica Smith came in and she wanted a hair color. All right, well, that amount for the hair color was $95. And that was our base service. And it took about 4 hours. Well, she also wanted a cut / style, and we did that as an add-on. We didn't have to upsell her. She already knew that she wanted it and asked for it. I want you to notice that on my original template, these are all out there. The dimensions are correct, but sometimes when you make a copy, you have to go back in and readjust the columns, and I don't know how to fix that. So just be aware. So it was an add-on. She already knew she wanted it. We didn't have to sell her on anything. So we'll say, okay, the cut and style was an additional $45. Totally making this up. And that took an hour. All right. Well, that was our only appointment for the day. So we only had the one appointment. All right. Now if we go to our annual charts, you'll see that we have some data in here. Ooh, starting to get some data. And that is how you'll be able to see information in your charts. Also, if you scroll down on your monthly charts and you see no data, it's because you haven't added any data yet. So no worries, just go in there, add some data. It's super easy. It's if you say, okay, this took me, oh, here's another thing just to pay attention to. This appointment was at 9 a.m. and it took 5 hours. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. The soonest you could schedule someone is going to be 2 p.m. So we can say we had someone that wants to come in for another cut. So we had Jack Johnson. Is that a singer? He wants to come in for a cut style. And his hair doesn't take as long. So for his cut style, you're doing 35 because he does have a few things that he wants to do. This is the base service. He wants to do one of those little cool things right here. I don't know what those are called. And it took you an hour to do all of that. And you had so now you had 2 appointments for the day. So you're going to change a little bit on your, sorry, hope I'm not making you sick here. You're going to change a little bit on your total revenue per appointment and on your total revenue per hour. Then if you scroll down, which I have to close that out before I can scroll down, then you can start to see, okay, now we're getting some more data in here. All right. It's as easy as that. That's exactly what I meant when I said this is an easy revenue tracker. And my clients that are using it, they absolutely love it. Actually, so I had one client that came to me and she said, Faith, I'm so mad at you. And I was like, oh gosh, why? What happened? She said, I thought I made so much more money than I do. Once I started tracking my money, I could see where I was and I could see where I needed to start filling in my gaps. And I said, well, that's what it's for. So now that she's able to see that, she's actually able to start increasing what she's doing. She's able to book more appointments because she doesn't feel like she's overbooked because she can see, oh, this is how much I have booked. This is how much I'm planning on making. And she can start to move forward from really a place where she was completely lost, didn't know where she was, to now she has a base understanding of where she was. And we're building on that. So hope you've enjoyed this and watch for me in our next video on your easy client tracker.